Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Arcane CR video. And today we have a very special guest, Saint Belikin, here to teach us none other than Mr. Hogg's main deck. Mr. Hogg, you're in as well, buddy. How are you?
I'm fine, bro. Hello, guys. Hope you
Yeah,
will enjoy this video.
yeah. And Belikin, bro, welcome to the channel. Well, I've seen you a lot on CWA Pro Tips. Hope everything's doing well for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to be back, and 2.6 is probably the most played deck in the history of Clash, so it's a pretty good deck to focus on. I'm sure there's lots of viewers back home that play this deck that this video would be useful for.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
players like me needs this video actually.
Not just you, buddy. We have a very special guest to hop on the call as well. Shub, Naman, what's up, guys?
You everyone,
Yeah, what's
welcome
up?
back
What's
to the
up?
channel.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's good to see Saint Belikin like in person also, like in call because like all we have seen is in Wii Sports and like leagues till now.
yep,
Absolutely.
that's true. Okay, so let's go in, guys. Belly, you're up, bro. How do we play this deck? How do we play the Oyasu deck?
So I'd say there's two types of matchups with this deck. And these are the beatdown matchups and then the cycle matchups. So if you're looking at one of the beatdown matchups right now, and back in the day, people thought Lava encountered 2.6, but this is actually one of the best matchups for 2.6. If you just look at his deck, he's not got very quick DPS to kill a Hog Rider. Something like a mini P.E.K.K.A, Barbarians, Skarmy, Tombstone Cannon, whatever. So he can't really stop a Hog Rider or an Ice Golem Hog properly. His best DPS is really guards. What does this mean? If he ever wants to attack us, we have a Musketeer to defend quite cheaply, and we can maybe Hog opposite end at the same time. Or at the start, you'll actually see me in this game. I do Ice Goblin Hog at the start because I know he can't instantly punish me, and he cannot stop it getting a lot of damage, especially with that hero Ice Golem ability. So, do you want to hop right into this game?
Perfect. Yep.
Let's go.
So I actually know who this player is, so I knew he was playing Lava Hound before the game started. So I would play slightly differently if I didn't know their deck. So if I'm just cycling my Sketties, it's an Evo, it's just a pretty harmless first play. Guards in the back, he's down 3 elixir, I instantly punish, because I know that now he's used 3 elixir on guards, he can't punish me properly. And you'll see, with the Ice ability, I just get over 2,000 damage straight away. And look, he couldn't even balloon me because I was just a Musketeer ability. Here I Musketeer just to stop it getting maybe 1,000 or so damage on the right, and I've got my Cannon, Fireball, Ice Golem ability, Musk ability ready to defend this Lava Loop. I don't want to let this Musketeer die. I don't want her to take any damage, because if she takes any damage, she will die to Fireball. So I'm just protecting her, and she's getting a lot of value. Like, she got more than 4 elixir worth of value there. Add a Hog Rider. The Ice Golem ability might be an overcommit, but it's not awful, because it, again, you can see the Hog Rider's getting so
Yeah,
much
I had a
damage.
question like, why did you play Hawk there?
Just to get some more value at the Musketeer. Like you
Okay,
saw the
okay, yeah.
Musketeer kills some guards, you had to get some guards on it. And he had to protect that Inferno Dragon. I don't know if you play Royal Giant or not, but RG,
Mm.
if you got a Hunter, it's really nice to RG in front of it because it's going to kill their units, so it's hard for them to counterattack.
Yes.
So here I'm just cycling a cannon. I didn't want to cycle my Musketeer because I'm a lava player. So I know that if I cycle Musketeer, he's just going to say, okay, I'm going to ignore this and try and punish the opposite lane because I know you're 4 cards away, you can get air defense. So I
Yeah.
was very selective about not using my Musketeer there. Ice Golem ability, it just protects the Musketeer and the Musketeer turret,
Mm.
and like, added Hog Rider, so you can't really defend and attack at the same time.
Nice.
So yeah, really nice defense there. Now he's got 2 towers that are quite vulnerable. I split my Evo skeletons so that they can still like tank for the Inferno Dragon on the left, but I can still get a push with them on the right
Yeah.
because you're going to see in the next replay, Evo skeletons do go kind of crazy.
You forced out your walk also.
Here again, I'm trying to not use my Musketeer. Absolutely, okay, he's using Inferno Dragon. Now it's okay. Ice Golem ability straight away because that
That
resets your
cannon also
Inferno.
pulls the balloon, right?
The cannon, I think he can push it so it doesn't, but because I've got Fireball and Musketeer ability, it's not that big of a deal. And I can cycle to another cannon pretty easily. I didn't even need this Musketeer because you're going to see the balloon would actually get pulled to the right
By the way,
cannon.
some player also uses that early cannon when the opponent drops lava in the back, and then when they drops balloon behind the lava, they cycle another cannon to to our king tower to
Yeah,
activate it.
that's also a good option, but it only
Yeah.
works if you don't let the balloon ability kill the first cannon. Or they could
Mm,
fireball the first cannon, but it means obviously they can't kill the musketeer because they fireballed
mm,
the first cannon. But yes, that is an option available to you.
okay.
But
Belly,
in this
I have a
version,
good
because he has
question
no
though.
building, it's so easy.
I have a question though.
Okay.
Why the Evo Skelly over the Evo Cannon?
So I noticed that Yerson, who is one of the best 2.6 players, he might even be the best, is playing this particular version. He likes to be really aggressive with the hero musketeer. One thing I noticed from watching his games is he'll have maybe a 50% HP musketeer that's fighter defense. It gets to the bridge, and before it even crosses the bridge, he uses the ability because they might have something like minions in hand or guards or these low sort of swarmer units that will die very quickly to the musketeer turret combo, and it just is a nice little bit of pressure to add. It's also really nice against balloon and lava because you get an extra air defense.
Oh, it makes
Evo
sense.
Skellies, you're gonna see in the next game why I love the Evo Skellies. But Evo Cannon is also a great option.
What about would you prefer the Hero Musketeer or the Evo Musketeer in general for 2.6 in the current meta?
Definitely Hero Musketeer. Evo Musketeer doesn't have the best synergy with 2.6 because let's say with Balloon, it's nice because you can maybe snipe a Tesla or snipe Spirit Empress, and that's like their main air defense gone. But with 2.6, like you're gonna snipe a cannon, or it's not really used to snipe buildings in the same way because it's just not as effective. Because they usually have like an extra defense for the hog, whereas with balloon, you're getting rid of their main air defense.
Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Oh, and you mentioned the next replay is for based on Psycho decks. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be
Hmm.
that's gonna
By
be a
the way,
fun
I have a
replay.
question though.
Mhm.
Like, how do you like beat control decks with 2.6 like RG or Graveyard? Because like they are hard matchups, right?
Graveyard is definitely quite difficult. RG, it used to be super difficult, but it's not as difficult as it is now with the hero Ice Golem. The main thing
Hmm.
is recognizing against most RGs, they play Fireball Barbell. So what does that mean? They cannot kill the Musketeer on your side of the map. So if you are
But
good
like
at
they have Monk also, right? They can make Monk pushes to
I
like
mean, with
kill
Monk,
your
it's like
stuff.
good luck. Like, yeah, that is a difficult matchup, like because it reflects everything. But
Okay, okay.
generally, RG doesn't run Monk. Obviously it can, but the most common version is the Ghost Cycle one. And that one, the main thing is protecting your Musketeers and then launching attacks with Hog Rider that aren't by itself. Because if you do it by itself, they'll just fisher it to the king or fish it to the middle. If you have an Ice Golem in front, then it stops that fisherman from putting it in, and maybe you get 1, 2 extra hits. And that, again, in a matchup like RG Cycle, every little bit of damage counts.
Makes sense,
Hmm.
makes sense. What is it? Okay, I think this is what we shall start off with. What is your general starting play? What will be your like your first play, and what are the easy matchups and tough matchups for this deck?
So, first play, Evo Scuddies is the best first play just because it's an Evo. I do like Ice Golem in the back, Musketeer in the back, even and some people don't like it. I was talking to Aline about this. He is not a fan of the Hog first play because, as you see here, when you play against a Tornado or a Fisherman, you just give them a free King Tower for not much reason. However, you can starting hand so many. Like if you're playing a 2.6 beer matchup, you do Hog first play and they don't have cannon, or you're playing anyone else who plays a building and they don't have their building. Just getting that 2 or 3 extra hits by starting handing them is quite nice. So I don't mind Hog first play either. And quite a lot of 2.6 players just do straight up Ice God and Hog first play because they know they can defend a lot of counterattacks.
That's true. That's
Hmm.
true. I mean, everyone gets pissed off, right? I mean, Ice Golem Hog on the bridge, first play,
With the
and you get
ability
starting
also.
handed. Yep,
As a
Yeah.
2.6 player, it will cost you games to do it, but it'll also win you games. It's just
of
about how
course.
well do you think you can defend after that. So
That's
I'm
true.
not saying you should do it, but I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. It's an option available to you.
That's true. That's true. That's true. What are the easy and the tough matchups for this deck?
So one of the tough matchups is actually this one here, because he is able to nado the Hogs of the King, obviously, and so a Hog Rider shouldn't really get to the tower in this matchup, and he has the ability to lightning musketeers, lightning cannons to get that constant chip damage. A really good matchup is actually that lava we played about building because he just can't stop the Hog Rider. Pekka Bridge Spam because they can't stop it and you have really good defense to defend Bridge Spam. So those are the favorite matchups this deck.
Okay.
Anything
And
with Tornado will be
Mm.
difficult though.
Who always
any
lose
don'ts?
if the opponent has lightning.
Actually, you're gonna see here some things to do about it. So why don't we just go into it?
Perfect.
Yeah. Like one more question I have is like how are like
Yeah.
expo and graveyard matchups for
We.
2.6?
I think we will talk about that after this replay. I think that'll be
Yeah, I think that
ideal.
makes sense. Let's go through this one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So I know what this player plays. I know he's a Mortar Tornado player, so I wouldn't do Hog first play against this guy because it's just giving him a free Tornado. However, I'm going to prevent as much chip damage as I can. Like if he does a Fire Spirit, I'm not going to let it go. It doesn't make sense because this is going to be a tiebreaker matchup. So this Archer, if I was a beatdown player, I might ignore it. But I'm playing 2.6 here, so I'm not going to ignore it. I've got a Musketeer in front. I'll add a Hog, just see what it does. I was thinking about getting the Musketeer ability in front because he didn't have Login Cycle, but because he had Fire Spirit, he managed to kill it.
Hmm.
Now I'm in a difficult position because he's got the King Tower. So I'm already just going for Fireball Cycle because that is my main damage source in this matchup. It's reliable damage, and you'll notice I predicted the Mortar because I thought he was going to Mortar in front of the cannon, it's like Mortar in front of the Archer, and I did take a
Mm,
hit
but
because wasn't expecting that lightning, but I was able to fix it with the Ice Spirit.
but like wasn't that risky? Like he could have gone more to the other lane also.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm saying like and that prediction can was risky, right? He could have gone more to the other side.
Yeah, but why would he? There was an Archer in that lane to support it. And he had the
Mm,
Archer
okay.
on that side, so that's why he attacked
Um,
that one.
by the way, like there's also like Hog Rider Aspirate placement, which can push the Hog Rider out of the tornado radius, right?
So I didn't quite catch that. But here, you'll notice I did quite a weird play with the Hog Rider Musketeer. Obviously, it did not work out, but when you play difficult matchups, it just makes sense to try different things. So here, I know it's going to be tough to break through, so I tried to get the Hog to push the Musketeer to the tower. I don't know if they're quick and react to time, then it won't work. But in difficult matchups, you might as well just try things. And it didn't even cost me that much, just I didn't get any damage from it.
No, what I was saying is that there's a Hog Rider plus Aspirate placement, which pushes the Hog Rider out to the tornado radius, right?
There might be, I'm not aware of this.
Well, I think he's talking about the spirit skip, that one frame
No, the
difference.
thing is, you can still pull it to like King Tower, but like you have to like play it one tile that
Yeah, it might
other
be like
side.
slightly more difficult, yeah. So here I did
Yeah, yeah.
the Ice Golem Hog in front of the Musketeer because the Musketeer will help clean up the counterattack. It also was nice to
Also, it
stop him
forces
using
out
the Eva
knight.
Morton offense. You notice here, I know he's got lightning, so I'm like separating everything out just so he can't
Yeah.
lightning everything. And now he's used his mortar. Let's get Ice Golem Hog, just keep on attacking. Fireball, get that constant chip damage because that's the most reliable source of damage I think. I'm going to keep on predicting these mortars, I think, but it doesn't necessarily work. Or at least I could have done a cannon to predict it, but maybe he was going full defense and lightning cycle. And I'm just going to keep on attacking because there's not much else I can do. You notice I'm cycling my Evo Skellies because Evo Skellies give a chance to cheese. Like
Yeah.
here, notice I'm hitting the King Tower. Every time he nails the Hogs to King Tower, I'm getting damage on the King. So maybe that would be relevant towards the end of the game where like the towers are similar damage on both the King and
I think
the Archer.
he predicted you will hog also. So he might get good value for it.
Notice how split up the Evo skeletons there so that they could
Yeah.
defend the archer on the left, but then also was supporting the right. And what it meant is I was able to get this huge overwhelming push where I get a lot of damage, and now
Mm.
he is in a lot of trouble. Like, and in these like difficult matchups, try and cheese them. Evo skeletons are a great cheese card. I know he's going to try and like prediction Nado or prediction lightning lots of my
Yeah.
units to go try and get a mortal lock on, so I'm just splitting everything up and having multiple tanks. And here, look at that king tower. It's now going to be a, like basically same HP as the right tower, so I can keep on
Mm.
fireballing again. Hog to cover the mortar, so the mortar doesn't go off into my tower. And there we got another hit. I'm now 1,000 damage ahead. It's important to think about game states in these types of games because right now the only way I lose is if a mortar locks onto tower. He cannot spell cycle me anymore. So I just have to
Mm.
make sure, as long as I make sure mortar does not get to tower, I win. So I'm going to put all my energy into not letting that happen. As you
We
can
were
see,
up
that's what
by
happened.
almost, yeah, 1000 damage.
Mhm. And this is a quite difficult matchup because he has such good defense, the Hog Rider, and an ability
Yeah.
to spell cycle me more than I can spell cycle him.
That
By
was
the way, what should we
perfect.
play if they go with split archers in the back?
So in this matchup, I can just fireball one of them because I'm trying to get the chip damage against them. Like this is a chip damage against chip damage matchup. So
Yeah.
just fireball one is fine. He's also
Dude,
not
Okay,
got a
we can
deck that can
fireball either
punish
one of
ours.
them.
that was actually a really, really like solid gameplay. I mean, the thought process of going for the King Tower and just a 3-0 victory. That was really smart.
Yeah.
Uh, I think main thing that like I think Nama was asking is like against Siege, how difficult is it against the Mortar Bait and the
Expo
Expo deck that's
basically, yeah.
going on? Yep,
They're both really good matchups. Mortar, the thing of Mortar is that you just don't let it lock on. You have really good defense for the skeleton barrel, for the mortar itself, for all these like you have log cycle, fireball cycle, cannon, all these distractions, skeletons, ice golem that they shouldn't really break through. I think Ian had a video on Mortar recently. Ian77. He
Mm.
was playing Mortar against 2.6, and he commented he was playing Water, and you could see him describe his thought process, and that it ended up being a spell cycle game because the only way either of them was going to get to tower was to spell cycle. But because of the log, you actually do have an advantage, and you cycle faster, you have an advantage in this spell cycle race.
makes sense. Against
Against
Expo?
Expo, so obviously you have quite a lot of ground tanks. You have Ice Golem, Cannon, Hog, and then Fireball Log to clean up. Um, it will be another tiebreaker matchup, but it is a bit easier to get a Hog Rider to get a hit. Like just one hit is enough for the entire game. Whereas Expo shouldn't really ever lock on because you have so many ground tanks for it.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
That's solid. I think
And bro, what
now.
about gravy?
Oh yeah, a graveyard.
A graveyard can be quite difficult because you've not got an electro spirit to clean up. The main thing is making sure you have something to defend the kill the graveyard skeletons quite quickly. If you can kill the graveyard tank or block it crossing the bridge, that's good. So if they're doing night graveyards without waiting every single time, you can be like the next graveyard they do, they're going to do the night graveyard at the same time. Okay, I'm going to ice go into bridge to block the knight from crossing the bridge.
Oh,
Or
Belly,
if it does cross the
Mm.
bridge, you try and kill it as quick as possible. Maybe musketeer onto the knight. Also, it's hitting the knight. Kill it quickly.
Belly, I have a
Mm.
huge,
So,
huge
like,
question
will
actually.
you prefer E Spirit here over Ice Spirit?
No, I
Ice
was,
Spirit is better generally, but against the graveyard, yes, E Spirit is better.
Belly, I was
Or
going to
like
ask
in
you a
general?
very important question. You know, just one second if it's okay. Yeah, Belly, I was going to ask you a very important
Mm-hmm.
question.
Yeah, sure.
All right, 2.6, Hog EQ, Hog Lightning. What is the major difference between the three?
As in 2.6 versus Hog EQ versus Hog Lightning.
Yeah.
I mean, with 2.6, the defense is just so solid. There's some matchups where especially against British Fam, they're going to really find it hard to break through. But it's going to be hard to break through yourself against the building because you don't have that earthquake, that lightning to take it out.
Okay.
So I'd say that's the main difference. It's like how you deal with buildings.
Is there like a inherent attacking difference between the three? Like your play style attacking variation is it like completely night and day between the three?
So with Hog EQ, you're often setting up from the back with the Mighty Miner. So it's a bit more passive because you're doing Mighty Miner in the back and then responding to their Mighty Miner defense and then maybe adding a Hog. Whereas with 2.6, you're not really set. You can do a nice goal in the back in certain matchups, but generally you're setting up from the bridge. It's a lot more offensive. It's a lot more aggressive.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Naman, you're gonna ask something?
Yeah, I was just
Also,
asking, like in
skill
general,
wise,
is it
what?
like each split? Okay, sure.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just asking, like in general, E Spirit or Ice Spirit in 2.6.
Definitely, yeah, Spirit, yeah. Just because when you're playing against golems, RGs, giants, and that extra time that it spends frozen helps so much with the defense, and it's why the defense is so strong.
Hmm.
Perfect. Shub, you're gonna ask something, buddy?
So yeah, like I wanted to ask like all the cycle decks, like almost all the cycle decks which have a building and like a good enough cycle, like really struggle against like really good against 2.6. Like how do you beat those decks?
So I didn't quite understand the question.
No, what I'm saying is like almost all the cycle decks with like good enough cycle and a building can like really good match up against 2.6. So like how do you beat them?
Like example,
Wait, can you
a
give me a
balloon
bit?
cycle with the building and the NATO, like balloon cycle with the quick building, those decks or any sort of cycle decks with the building and the NATO, like
Or
the
maybe even
Yeah,
2.9
minor,
pigs
log
as
better.
well.
Okay.
yeah, the minor bomb tower NATO with the Marcher, those decks.
Obviously,
That
so
pig
the
is
Remy
queen.
Ellie, oh sorry, the Remy Ellie deck is a quite bad matchup because they have the Nado, so they can stop the Hog Rider quite easily, and they can get Magic Archer chip. You just got to be super aggressive if you're trying to outcycle their Tornado or their Bomb Tower, or just play for chip damage and get good fireball chip damage and have really good defense. However, with the fan deck, the 2.9 Loon deck, I would say it's actually a good matchup, or like not a bad matchup for Hog, especially with the Hero Musketeer, because with the Hero Musketeer, you're able to have that constant pulling of the balloon around, that it's kind of hard to get even death damage onto the balloon. And you have Fireball to bail you out if you need it.
Okay, that makes sense. I think Belly, we should
What
go
about
in.
2.9 pigs?
I mean, that's a very bad matchup for 2.6, I'd say. But
Yeah, yeah.
Also, hog earthquake, na?
2.6 has matchup against Fog Earthquake typically because
No,
of
no, I
the
am talking
Musketeer.
about 2.9 piggies against hog earthquake also.
I mean, I don't really know that matchup very well. I thought we were trying to focus on
Oh,
2.6 here.
yeah.
Yep. I think Belly, we should go in with you playing live. So buddy, when you're ready, if we can go into a grand challenge, so that you can like tell us your thought process when you're playing. You can give us a starting hand.
Yeah, do you want me to play Grand Challenge or ladder? If I play like ranked,
Okay
I
on
mean,
ladder if he wants.
I'll
Honestly,
play like better players on ranked.
honestly, you will, but then like when you're on voice, right? On rank, you might want like more focus on it. So that's the reason why. So when you're playing, we would appreciate if you can give us the entire insight on your hand, on your placements. So whichever you think is more comfortable for you for that, we can go into that.
Yeah.
Let's do one Grand Challenge game and one ranked because I think it's still nice to have. Like in Grand Challenge, the opponents won't be very strong, whereas in ranked they will be, and I think it's good to get that insight into like a top gameplay. Even
Perfect,
if I
perfect.
lose, I'm not too worried about that.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll play
We're
one
all
Grand
good. Yep,
Challenge game now. I'm searching
yep.
now.
Perfect.
And I can talk through this one quite a lot because I mean it's a Grand Challenge game.
Yep.
I'm searching right now. Okay, somebody
Very.
game. Immediately on
Yeah,
screen I
by the
see
way, there was a question which I wanted to ask. Like, how strong is Hog the Back play? Because like I've seen many 2.6 players go Hog the Back.
so you do hog in the back when you're trying to maybe outcycle a building, or it's not really a thing you do against it's not really something you do first play, and it's not something you do when they can get a nice like against e-barbs. I wouldn't do it because they're gonna get a counterattack. Okay, so right now here
Hmm.
he's got e-barbs and leader. I don't know his deck, but I do know that he does have these good defenses for the hog rider. Like e-barbs can defend the solo hog without any hits, and obviously Nado can as well. So I'm going to be probably playing this matchup quite passively because I
Maybe it's
don't want
three
him to get a
musketeers.
counterattack. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a hog rider, but I'm gonna see if he does like a golem or something. And that's okay, I can hog opposite lane now. I was waiting for him to do
Okay.
that because now by doing the hog, he doesn't get to support the golem as much as he wants to, or it gets a lot of damage. I'm doing
Hmm.
musketeer first because I've not got evo cannon, so cycling isn't as important, and I want it to have more HP. I'm going to assume he doesn't have lightning, but he might. I'm
I was
just
going to
protecting the
about you the
musketeer.
same. Yeah.
Just protecting the musketeer. Just need to stop this feeling from killing musketeers. I might take some damage here, and that's honestly fine. Because I'm a bit down elixir. He doesn't seem to have a big spell, so he can't like spell cycle me. I'm okay with that. Fireball the pump because I don't have another option to it, and even though he doesn't have Nido, I don't really want to like give him an even bigger elixir need because that's how he's going to overwhelm me.
So here, like you fireball the pump. Like I was thinking, like Ice Golem hog the other side.
I didn't actually have Ice Core in my hand, so here now I'm going to Hog because he doesn't have Tornado, and either he takes a lot of damage or he can't defend it fully. I'm actually going to
He
cannon
will take
first
your
this
damage.
time because I will be able to have a second cannon by the time it gets to the bridge. Protecting the cannon, and I'm definitely going to Ice Core him here. Ice Core ability even. I don't know if he knows I have Evo Skeletons, but Evo Skeletons are nice bailout. It's fine. Log to protect all of these. And I can that ebuff on the right, but I do not care about the damage he's getting because it's my stronger tower and he doesn't have a way of killing the tower directly. So that's perfectly fine. Here, I'm going to leave the musketeers actually. I'm going to hog. Okay, he ended up getting that bomber. That's okay. I'm doing the skeletons just like if there's lumberjack or something, then obviously you can see it retarget some of the skeletons. And now it's just GG.
Hmm.
Anything there was just the way I lose this matchup is by doing an overcommitment early. And he takes my
Yeah.
tower, and now I'm playing catch up, and he can ignore everything. But by just taking it easy, waiting for the right moment to hog, I was able to have a comfortable win.
That was solid. That was solid. That was solid. That was solid. I mean, bro, I only have one query regarding this, right? So, like in this matchup against the pump, right? Generally, like if you fireball the pump, it's still a possible illicit trade for the person who plays the pump, right? If I'm not wrong, because the
Sorry, please
pump
assume
would
again.
if you fireball the pump, you're still down, I think, one elixir, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, like, is it if someone goes pump, what is the best response? Like, forget about this matchup. Let's assume it's a three musketeer or something. If someone plays pump, would you rather fireball the pump or would you rather go hog and put the pressure?
I think you have the option to do either. The problem with let's say let's say they cycle zap first and then do a pump. So like it could be Golem, it could be Three Musketeers. You don't actually know because they've cycled zap. I would prefer Fireball. Why? Because they might have Tornado. And if I do a Hog Rider, when I spawn a Hog and then they nado it to the King, and then I Fireball, I'm down so much Elixir that I might get punished.
That makes
Whereas
sense.
if I spawn a Hog if you know they're not good, like it is quite good against Three Musketeers often because you get so much damage, you then get to sit back for the rest of the game. That it's okay because your defense is so good against Three Musk.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Spelly, when you're ready, we can go into the next game.
I'm going to go into a game this time. There's a good chance I lose, but that's okay because I'll be against a good player and it'll be quite interesting. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm searching now.
Yeah, and one more thing, like which I wanted to ask is like sometimes like 2.6 players do that Musk push with hog. So like when is the time to do that?
Do you mean like pushing the musketeer with the hog?
Yeah, exactly. So that like Musk goes into
When
tower first.
well, this is a very good giant graveyard player. I'm probably going to lose this, but that's okay.
Hmm.
It's when you want to get some just really instant damage and like you're trying to catch them out on surprise. I don't want to do a first play against this guy, but I might have to do a hog just because he's going to be playing for the counter attack. Okay, Fire Spirit. I've never seen this guy use Fire Spirit before. It looks like he's playing a different deck to usual. It might be Pump though, so this is going to be interesting. Okay.
Is he playing bait? Yeah, he's
It
playing
looks like
bait.
Hypno deck. This is I've never seen this guy play anything that isn't Giant Graveyard. This will be interesting. He's got a
It's
Valkyrie, so
Hypno,
I'm
I
not going
guess.
to add it. Okay, I'm definitely going to hog Musketeer ability here because it's protecting the Musketeer. And he's not really got another like ground tank to really take this out, and this should kill it. Okay, this is definitely a hot push. I think he has to rocket this. Yeah. I don't want to. He's going to use the ability, so I'm just going to cannon prediction. It's not the end of the world. It just he can't now do a Goblin Bow. I didn't really have a good cycle, and I didn't want to use log on it, so that's okay. I'm okay if it's cannon. I've got my Ice Spirit ready to tank to kill the Start Goblin. Oh, I kind of messed it up. Whatever. One hit. Okay. I really got to be aware of how I'm defending these wall breakers as well, so I don't want to take any wall breaker hits. Like, see there, I really did not want. Okay, that hits. Okay, sure, why not? I didn't think that's gonna hit. I'm gonna add the ability as well, just to like kill the Valkyrie. Yeah, nice. Really, really good ability there, because it's gonna clean up the Valkyrie, clean up the goblins, and I've still got. He's not got any ground. He's got to like spirit this. Yeah, really nice ability. I know his only tank is the Valkyrie, so I get rid of that, and he's gonna struggle to tank and kill the Musketeer.
Musketeer.
He's got his Evo breakers. Actually, no, he's not got breakers. Evo breakers in his deck. Fine. I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's got the Evo Valk and Evo Barrel.
yeah, yeah. So he's gonna actually have his Evo Valk now. I'm actually gonna do this. He might rocket it, but if he doesn't, I'm gonna Ice Storm ability. You see that because I knew he was gonna Evo Valk that. I'm gonna cannon here just to kill the Dark Goblin, protect the Musketeer a bit, and let's see I get a lot of damage, and he's given up already. I
I
mean,
mean, they
I
can't.
think if I was playing Hips now, I would
Crazy
struggle.
man.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a good matchup because you've got good defense for the barrels and for the wall breakers. Like you got cannon, you got skeletons, you
Hmm.
got lock cycle, and he's not got
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
The main thing is that
What if we were using the building version instead of rocket?
sorry, what did you say?
Like building version instead of rocket.
It'd still be a good match. Actually, that might be kind of close. I still think would be a good matchup though, but it would be a lot more maybe fireball cycle him than it would be otherwise, or just keeping up the constant pressure because he can actually defend the hog
Okay.
right. As with this one, he wants to like Valkyrie, Ice Spirit, Dark Goblin, the hogs, or maybe like if I do an Ice Golem hog, he wants to rocket it. So it's just not just so eventually overwhelming. Just keep on spamming hogs, making sure I'm not overcommitting. Like the main thing I was doing there was adding maybe a musketeer ability to kill his defending units. As you saw, that's when I really broke
Dude,
him.
that was a textbook gameplay, especially when you predicted the Evo Valk. I mean, you called it. You called it. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. I think now we are in the final stage of the video, and this is where you are the coach. So far, you've been telling us how to play the deck, and now we have an actual guy whose main is this deck, right? So, Mr. Hogg, are you ready, bro? Hello? Uh, am I audible?
Okay, I have to share my screen, right?
Yeah, it'd be better if you share on Discord so that Saint Belikin can see what's your starting hand.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can see a bit of your thought process, yes.
Yeah.
Just a
But
second.
I just want to say a few things before we start because I did watch some of your games. Obviously I can give
Yeah.
you comms during the game, but it's some good if you just fix some stuff straight away. The main mistake you're making is you're putting your musketeer quite often. You're just putting it near the bridge. Why is
Okay.
this a mistake? It's good if you're defending. Maybe you're defending a hog rider and you want to send into a counterattack. Okay, that's fine. But when you're defending maybe lava or something bigger, you want to put it nice and low. So because a musketeer close to the tower is harder to kill than a musketeer near the bridge. So it's more
Okay.
valuable if it's not near the bridge.
Sure. I will. I will.
So
Yep.
that's something I'd like you to remember for when you're in the games.
Buddy, when you're ready, you can share the screen so that Saint Belikin can see your starting hand. Yep. Belly, you're able to see?
1 second. Yes, I can.
Perfect then. I will take care of this. So once you're ready, we can go in.
I am ready. Should I start?
Yep, yep, and yep, you can start, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, so it's got the break of the tower. So here, like
Oh,
skeletons is a great first play, just cycling it. One thing you don't want to do is leak.
able to see him. I'm not able to spectate him.
Just
Um,
refresh the game, I think.
yep, yep, that's what I'm doing.
So Tombstone Bats Bomber, I don't know his deck, but it looks like he's going to try and set up a hero Tombstone push. Yeah, exactly. So make sure you're not leaking. Protect this Musketeer, and do
Yeah.
not let this uh, Skeleton Queen get to your tower. You don't
Yeah.
know if
By the way,
he has
okay,
lightning.
okay, okay.
Alright, protect this Musketeer. Nice, good ability. That's fine. You're going to take a few hits, but that's okay. So saying he's got
Wow.
Tombstone and Cycle now. Do you know how to time your
Should I
logs
go log
against
hog?
Tombstone? Make sure you have a log for the Tombstone. Like,
Yeah.
don't predict, react, because predictions are bad. Generally. Like here, you get the perfect time. You see, it kills it, nice timing. Like, if you did a prediction, you don't know if he's going to do it in the middle or in front of his tower.
Yeah.
It's not worth the prediction. So make sure the bomber doesn't kill the sketties.
Shit. Nice
Oh,
job.
Alright, focus on not letting the prince onto tower. It's, yeah,
I lost.
a bit, yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle here. It was mostly from that defense against the Tombstone Empress. So don't bother, it's gone.
I
So,
lost.
yeah, sometimes it's good to just recognize that your tower is gone. Be like, okay, that's fine. I've got to make do with
Yeah.
what's here. My tower is gone, and I'm going to use that elixir to come back into the game. But if you
He's
try and
prepared for it.
yeah, if you try and defend something that's already gone, you're not giving
Hmm.
yourself a chance to get back into the game. Sometimes
I
you gotta let go.
guess. Opposite hog?
Whatever you want, just whatever you do, don't leak. Because he's already got 11 elixir worth of units on the board. So by leaking, you're just feeding him elixir. I'd say there's 18 seconds left. You're probably going to lose. But think, if he in these situations like this, if he disconnected, how would I win? And it says it's not by defending. Obviously, you wouldn't have won anyway. But when it's at the end of the game, just think, okay, if he disconnects, can I win? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pretend he can disconnect. Because
So,
sometimes they might. Like, give yourself that chance to win. Also, I noticed you are lagging a bit.
That's okay, bro. Belly, what were the mistakes that he did?
I mean, I
What
don't
were
know if
the?
you want to rewatch the replay, but the main thing was that first defense.
Can
He
you
didn't
can you
protect.
can you share the replay on the clan, bro? We just rewatch it in 2x.
yes, yes, I will have.
uh, and I had a question like in the first defense when he like popped his hero tombstone ability, wouldn't it be like good to go cannon like first, then musketeer?
Let's rewatch the
Mr.
replay.
Hogg.
Let's reevaluate. But I think the main thing was
Okay, okay.
the like constant leaking meant you were just going a bit down an elixir, and then it got made worse by the musketeer dying quite early.
Okay,
Should I run
Mr.
the replay
Hogg,
or
can you go into the replay? We both will press play together. Okay.
Let's just watch
Okay.
like the first,
Yeah.
like until like the
Perfect.
end of the first attack, because that was the main thing that went wrong. So for example, he did bats in the back, and I'm not sure if you were not sure what to do, and that's okay, but it meant you were leaking 2 elixir here. That's 2 elixir you did not need to leak.
yeah. By the way, I also logged it. So was it a good
Log's
play by
fine.
me?
Like it
Yeah.
is. You need to. It's better than cycle nothing. Here, Hog Rider, it's fine, but again, see how you're leaking, like maybe 0.7 elixir, and it does add up.
Yeah, I wasted elixir by thinking what should I do.
Like here, I would Musketeer on the left. I think Musketeer first is fine. I think Cannon first is also fine, but by the time these skeletons were a waste, if you just pause there, like these
Okay.
skeletons do cost you a lot if you can rewind. Oh no, anyway. Because the bomber is not the priority there. The priority is clearly whatever hero tombstone push he's about to do. So by wasting one elixir on skeletons, which are quite a useful card, like maybe he has a prince, maybe he has an empress, maybe he has mini P.E.K.K.A, you don't know.
Yeah.
That's 3 hits you're stopping him from getting. And those skeletons you saw would have been very useful in defense. So focus on your priority. You don't need to stop every little bit of damage when there's a big push coming towards you. It's about stopping the massive amount of damage or your entire tower going. We're about to counterattack. And I'm not sure the rest of the game is that interesting. Like, it's just a small misclick, and misclicks happen, or like mistimings happen. The most important thing is having a good strategy going into the game.
That's right.
Like,
I think
if you make small misclicks, but you doing the right
By
idea.
the way, don't you think I should
Yeah,
have
I
done
think he
FB on
will
miner
fireball
and bat?
you.
Sorry?
I should have done fireball in miner and bats. Don't you think?
Just on the bats, you can't hit the fireballs.
On the bats.
Yeah.
Just look at left.
Yeah, here, just fireball the bats.
Yeah.
Ignore the miner, let the miner. Miner got a big nerf recently. Like, he doesn't actually do that much damage by himself. But like again, I was talking about earlier priorities. There was a bomber on the right and a tombstone on the left, the tombstone giant, and you were spending an elixir on the bomber, but it's not the priority. Here, the priority is the bats, not the miner. So think about defending the bats first, and then worry about the miner if you have to defend it.
So, take care
Okay.
of
Like, for
that.
example, let's say you're playing against Lava Loom, and there's a Lava Loom push on the left and guards on the right. You would
Yeah.
ignore the guards because they will do, 1,000 damage, but they're not the priority there. The priority is stopping your tower going down from the Lava Loom.
Sure. Should I play the
Okay.
next?
Yep. Perfect.
So here, Ice Spirit first player is nice. Ice Golem and is also nice. So here, I would Musketeer the back against. No, Musketeer is better than this. I'm going to talk a bit
Okay.
about why. So, why you think? It's a 3 damage, and I killed the wizard. With the musketeer, you're now going to have a better counterattack. You're up 1 elixir, and you have a better counterattack.
Should I hog opposite?
You can. I don't think you have to. I think going full defense is also fine. Just because he might have tornado. In fact, he probably does have tornado.
He
It's
does.
honestly
Okay.
fine. Even though he does tornado, that's fine. Why?
If
That's
Sparky
3
leaves.
elixir. He's
Yeah.
not spending supporting the Sparky. And the main thing is you're going to want your musketeer early, and you've got to like stop the Sparky hitting things. Okay, that really nice log. You see the musketeer? It's also the Sparky, really good musketeer. You
Yeah.
pulled the giant away, and it gets a lot of value.
I
Nice.
think he is low.
Do you know that? Do not do that. Why?
Yeah.
What is he going to have to defend that with? Mini P.E.K.K.A. Do
Mini
you
P.E.K.K.A,
have a
sure.
good defense for Mini P.E.K.K.A in cycle? No.
Not right now.
So you would lose like you would do Hog, he would do Mini P.E.K.K.A, you would do Cannon, and then you're down 3 elixir.
What if he goes Sparky? What should I play?
Hog opposite lane is nice, yeah. So now
Yeah.
him doing the Mini P.E.K.K.A is good for you. Why? Because
Even
well, if he
tornado.
does tornado, that's 3 elixir. He's spending not supporting a Sparky, or he does Mini P.E.K.K.A, and your Cannon can deal with it while also still helping out. I would do Cannon technically same lane. He can sort of push the Sparky away from it, but I guess he doesn't know how to. Nice. There you go. Musketeer on
Now
the back is
fireball?
great. No, Musketeer. The damage is sort of irrelevant. You're spending the
Should I
same
go
elixir to
opposite
get a Musketeer
hog?
on the board. Sorry?
Hog Ice Golem?
No, just focus on defense right now. He's got a tornado, and he's now double, so he will have the
Okay,
elixir to
okay. Yeah,
defend.
yeah.
Like, now the fireball. You see, you waited to use a fireball, and now he gets hit a giant and a mini P.E.K.K.A because you waited. That was much better. If he does Sparky, you can do Hog Ice Golem on the opposite lane if you really want. Because that requires more than like a mini P.E.K.K.A, and now he can't really fully support the Sparky. Or you do
I
a lot of
should
damage.
log the wizard, right?
That's fine, yeah. Yeah, nice defense. But you see, because you attacked, he can't fully support the Sparky, and an unsupported Sparky is quite easy to deal with. Nice. Some players are quite good and they will use the giant ability on the ice golem, but I guess this guy doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
It looks like you're lagging, so I can't really see what's happening. But just
Should lock.
honestly, right now, you don't need to do any more attacking. He's going to be attacking this lane. You can just play pure defense, get lots of fireball value on defense, get some hero ice cream abilities. Just do not let that Sparky onto your tower. That's the big goal here. So yeah, like, see how you're getting so much fireball value just because you waited and didn't use it on the wizard by itself. Like yeah, Hog Rider's fine. Yeah, go for it. Really nice ability. Yeah, really good. That's exactly the kind of ability you want. And there you go.
I guess I won, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah.
You had a good attack plan for that game. You were protecting musketeers, you weren't overcommitting, and you were being very patient with hog riders and only going in when it was a good time. That was a nice game.
Okay, by the way, what's the best play versus the wizard like when the back?
Well, yeah, just musketeer.
Musketeer, not fireball.
If it's maybe like 1 minute left in the game, you need 700 damage to have more damage than him. Okay, fireball it. That's different. But at the start of the game, having the Licks advantage is more important than that 270 or so damage that the fireball does. So having a musket in the board and then maybe getting counterattack is more valuable than that. So take it.
It's
If you
my good
watch,
matchup, right?
yeah, that's a really good matchup, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you
You
make
can
good
share the
defense, it's
replay on
powerful.
the clan, bro. Can you share the replay on the clan? Yeah, perfect. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. So, bask on the victory, my friend. Belly, I have to first thank you for taking your time to join the video and coaching, my friend, on 2.6. Right?
It really helped me. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I hope you enjoyed the video as well, man. I hope you enjoyed, having a conversation with us. Belly, any other really important thing you want to tell to anyone who plays 2.6?
Just the biggest thing is just thinking, okay, what are they going to defend me with? And if he does that, can I defend the counterattack? As the biggest
Okay.
mistake I see people make is overcommitting early. They lose their tower in a matchup where they could just defend like against P.E.K.K.A. Bridgepam. They might just do a hog too early. They get a P.E.K.K.A. counterattack that's not a Batsham, and they lose a tower. Whereas if you're just a bit more patient, you think, okay, I'm hog, you're P.E.K.K.A. Okay, I'm not going to overcommit. I'm just going to sit back a bit and let them attack into me, just so I
Makes
don't
sense.
lose that next advantage.
All
I
right.
think that's the biggest mistake people make.
Okay. Anyone else? Last round of queries. Naman, Shub, Mr. Hogg.
By the way, I wanted to ask like how to win against Giant decks. I struggle a lot.
Well, I don't know if you want to include this in the video, but Vadim Dmish just played on, who is one of the best 2.6 players. He also streams regularly on Twitch. He just played against E-Giant on T Royale, and it was
Yeah.
quite similar to my game against Mortar Tornado, in that
Oh yeah,
he's
you have
got
shared the
time to give
replay.
lightning value, but he's
Yes.
also ends up he gets a bit of damage early on, and then he's just playing for fireball cycle fight because like once he's attacking the same lane, you're not going to get any more hot hits. It's not going to happen.
I
But
have
with
I
good
have
defense,
I have played it. If you guys can join the stream, so this is the replay in case you're wondering, bro. I just put on 2x, right? Because yeah, so that'd be easier.
mhm.
Belly, you can tell us what he does right and what he does wrong.
I mean, let me tell you a screenshot. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah, so at the start he knows the guy has E-Giant. He's trying to not let him get this one huge push or something. So there he does a hog rider, even though he knows he's got Nado, just so he's not supporting this Mega Minion boulder a bit more. And he's also cycling cannon because he's got Evo cannon. It's good to cycle. And the other thing is, Hero Ice Golem is insane against Beatdown. It's so good. You're going to see. Well, I've not watched the replay, but I'm going to assume he does a lot of Hero Ice Golem abilities in defense. There, he does the Ice Golem. It's actually really smart, this Ice Golem. In single is his best chance to get some damage, and he knew that he didn't have a good hand to defend an Ice Golem, so maybe he gets like 500 or so damage, which is really nice. Or he what should I say? Yeah. And yeah, he sort of recognized that like he doesn't want to overcommit, but now he's up elixir, and he's probably going to go for a nice score on Hog here. Yeah, because he's up so much elixir, he's not got snades in hand. And here he's going to get a lot of damage, and then from this point on, I imagine he's just going to play quite defensively the entire game. Because he's got his damage, he's just going to play for 5 cycle. That Ice Golem by itself was honestly the key to all of that, because he knew that he didn't have like maybe a bar of or skeletons that could take it out easily, and could just get some cheap damage, or force him into an awkward cycle. That was really nice. You see how he's not even giving like fireball value by doing Musketeer at the bridge? This is like
That's
quite
right.
some advanced stuff. Like I'm not at this level. This guy is much better than me, but this is very cool gameplay. I wouldn't worry about having to do musketeers at the bridge to avoid fireball value, because it's just because this matchup is quite difficult. It's not necessarily like a bad matchup, but like an insanely difficult matchup, but it's like quite hard to execute how to win this one.
I think Hawk decks genuinely struggle against decks that have building as well as the NATO, especially 2.6. I mean,
Yeah.
EQ can get away with it, Lightning can get away with it, but then from what I have seen, 2.6 struggles in those decks, right?
Mhm. Notice how these Hog Riders is so that he can't lightning. If he does Hog Rider, he obviously has to do something to defend it. That means he does not have enough elixir for lightning, and the Musketeer is getting so much value because of that. So that's why I did the Hog Rider at the same time, to stop him from using the lightning. And here's just protecting the Musketeer a bit, getting a bit more value, and also it requires a response. And if this gets a hit, okay, it didn't, but that would have been incredible. But no, since that one big push he did, he's only done fire damage and log damage since. But that's okay, because that's all he needs. Just protect those musketeers. Honestly, I think he's going to
By the
fire
way,
for
do you
tower
think
soon enough,
Hogrider
yeah.
needs a nerf?
No. It is strong, but it's kind of a staple win condition in Clash Royale. I think it needs to be good in every Clash Royale meta. Like, it is the epitome of Clash Royale, so I don't think so.
It is the face of it. The most balanced card, even the developers say
Hmm.
themselves.
I mean, it's not balanced, it's strong. But, I, it,
He
it,
will
it,
never get nerfed by
it's
the.
okay for it to be strong, is my point. I think with balances, some of the thing that people make a mistake of is that they see something being viable and they call for it to be nerfed. That's not necessarily the case. It's okay for some things to be strong, and Hog Rider is one of those cards.
By the
He's just
way,
going to spell
Saint, what's
cycle
the
constantly.
ratio for this matchup? Like, how much for 2.6 and E-Giant?
I mean, it's kind of different. If it's like two bad players playing, I would expect Ejon to almost always win. But if you're
Yeah.
having Mohammed Light against Yoru, so Yoru is the best Ejon player, I would expect it to be about 50-50.
And that's
Actually, maybe
game.
maybe
So,
it is matchup for each giant, like with Golden Eye Boulder, but like
yeah.
it's not like impossible.
Yeah,
Also that tower.
yeah. So, I mean, guys, I mean, anything else? Last line of questions.
Not for me. Why?
No, not
He
Perfect.
now.
answered all.
Perfect then. Belly, I once again thank you for joining in. Bro, I mean I was fortunate enough to have your friend link. So yeah, push big, go top ladder, bro. 100%. We're always there to spectate and support you all time.
Oh, thank you, and I hope you also have a great push.
Yeah. I've stopped pushing, bro. I've stopped pushing. I've stopped pushing in this game.
Uh,
By the way, Saint, how was your CRL this week?
I lost the tiebreaker. I had some games I could have played better. Like my last set I played against Hadi, in game one I had a very good matchup, but I made one big mistake and that cost me. But I also
Okay.
did get screwed by the tiebreaker because yeah. But it happens. It's fine. I have myself to blame, so it's fine.
Yeah. We'd be honored if you can make the outro for us, Belly.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Us.
thank you for I don't know what the outro's meant to be, but thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this video on 2.6.
Yeah. You heard it from Belikin,
Thank you
guys.
so much, bro.
So until then, it's see you later from me, Arcane, not of course ABC, Shub, and Mr. Hog signing off from Arcane CR. Over and out.